Fast Lawyer VR Reviews. For sexy VR reviews, hit the subscribe button. Today we're going to review Paradox of Hope VR, a game that was released in early access on the Steam store at a 15% discount. Now this game is very much early access. What this means is I encountered several bugs, and there's very limited content as well. Paradox of Hope is a VR shooter that has some survival, some horror elements, and it's very heavily inspired by the Metro series. The game currently consists of a single player campaign that takes about 20 to 30 minutes to complete, and also consists of raids. Raids is basically an endless mode where you have procedurally generated levels along with survival elements, very much a roguelike. You can buy equipment upgrades each time you'll face a random level, but if you die, you'll lose all your equipment. You will have certain quests to complete while you go on your raid. The equipment upgrades include buying new weapons or getting stuff like new filters for your gas mask or more ammo. You can put modifications on your weapons, including lasers or silencers, and you can also upgrade your backpack space. So there is a nice progression to the raids mode. However, always intermingled is the threat of losing it all if you die. Paradox of Hope is running on the Unity engine. It's an absolutely beautiful looking game. Although it is very reminiscent of the Metro series, it's got its own art style and it does look really good. This is one of the better looking VR games that I have ever played, and it is surprising to hear that this is the work of a solo developer, because you would think there was a whole team behind putting this game together. The map does look that beautiful in this game, and not only does it look good, but it also runs very well on my RTX 3080 on high graphical settings. I was getting a steady 90 frames per second. This game ran smoothly throughout, no issues at all there. Sounds were also pretty good overall. Now the voiceovers were in Russian, so I did not understand them. Obviously there's subtitles for you to read, but overall the sound design was pretty good. There's all kinds of ambient noises, and it really does build up the tension. This game also has several settings available for various types of gameplay. It does have full locomotion or teleportation available, smooth or snap turning. You can play seated or standing. You can crouch physically, but there's also a button crouch as well. There's also some nice VR interactions here. You do have a backpack where you can store items and also retrieve them. You have a weapon or ammo holster system that works very well, along with the gas mask and filters. The handgun handles pretty well. However, I did not like the handling on the AK-47. I did not think it was very realistic, although you have manual reloads and you do have to charge it. That was good, but the way the AK-47 actually handled and shot was too much on the arcade side for my personal taste. And despite all the positive things I have said about the game so far, I simply cannot recommend this game. I ran simply into too many issues. The second major bug that I faced is that you have an item that you pick up, which is like a radioactive briefcase that you need to continue the story. I retrieved this item, and for whatever reason, it disappeared after a few seconds. I did place it down like on a table, and I left the room for a few minutes, and when I came back, the briefcase was gone. I did look everywhere for this briefcase, including the original location where I obtained it, but it was nowhere to be found, so I had to restart the game. I did run into another issue. I don't know if you can tell by watching my video what the issue is, but what happens is that I lost my handgun. I actually holstered my handgun on my right holster, but then when I complete a section of the game where you're listening to the audio tape, I look at my right holster and the handgun is missing. Now, I didn't know at the time that I didn't need the handgun anymore, that you could basically, I think, stealth through the last part of the game. I think you do need the handgun if you want to find the enemy, but I did my best to avoid any enemies and try to complete the game, and luckily I was able to do that. But I do consider it a major issue because what I wanted to do is I wanted to shoot out the boards that were blocking the area. Instead, I just crouched under, which I didn't know you could do, but I tried it just as a last sort of attempt and it worked. So that definitely left a sour taste in my mouth. And from there on, I went to try the raids, and I tried a couple of attempts at the raids, and I did not like the raids as much as I liked the story campaign. For me, there just wasn't enough variety. I was facing the same enemy, and the maps here looked pretty generic. There was nothing really that stood out to me in the raids mode other than the progression system, which seemed very interesting, but also pretty punishing if you fail. So overall, I did have mixed feelings about this game, and it was a very tough call whether I should give this a neutral recommendation or give it a negative recommendation. At the end of the day, I decided there's just too little content here, and especially with all the bugs that I faced. I basically faced a game-breaking bug each time that I played this game. As such, I just can't recommend this game to my audience, to my viewers. I just couldn't do that, even though this game has lots of potential and there's a lot here to like. Again, this is one of the most beautiful VR games I have played. Unfortunately, it plays like a demo, a pretty expensive demo with very limited content. The raids mode is not hashed out enough to keep you interested for more than an hour or two. And with all the bugs that I faced, I just couldn't in good conscience recommend this game. I will rate it a 4.5 out of 10. It is a close call, and after viewing my full playthrough, you can decide for yourself if this is something that you want to support in development, but that would be the only reason to buy this game, is to support the developer. Hopefully he develops this game. Hopefully it's a much better game in the future, but what's there right now isn't worthy of recommendation. Anyways, I am Fast Lawyer. This has been my review for Paradox of Hope in early access, and I wish the developer the best of luck. I'm not going to refund the game. I'm going to hope that the developer updates this game and makes it something worth recommending in the future. I would love to see that because we really do need a game like this in VR. So I'm happy to support development of this game. But again, it's only if you want to support development, because the game itself is not worth the asking price, and it's always a big risk to put your money to support development from a developer that you don't know. And I don't know this developer. I don't know of any history with this developer, so I don't know if he's going to continue supporting this game 3 months, 6 months, a year from now, and it's probably going to need at least another year of development because this game has a long way to go. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my review of Paradox of Hope. If you enjoyed my review, please subscribe. I really need your support. Don't forget to like and comment. And as always, have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of the video.
Надо свалить поскорее, то и нам что-нибудь накрутят, навертят.
Доктор исследовательской лаборатории Михаил Лотов. Запись номер 2214. Продолжаю наблюдение за образцом почвы с поверхности, того, что из 4-го квадрата. По-прежнему не могу выявить природу изменений, с помощью которых растительность из так называемых зон меняет привычные, известные науке формы жизни. Либо это бессмыслица, либо божественное вмешательство. Но мне кажется, что почва не только меняет и смешивает структуру молекул любой органики, но и разговаривает со мной. По ночам я слышу тихий шепот на непонятном языке. Возможно, я уже просто понемногу схожу с ума в этой чертовой лаборатории.
там застрял, харе сиси жмурить. Происходит пиздец, твари нас учуяли. Тут баррикада есть, но она долго не выдержит. Ты смотри, не прояви контейнер, иначе все зря будет. Залезай! Чё загораешь, гони!
Да не заводится эта херня! Старая же как бабкин фарфор!
Погнали! Ты давай, хватай автомат, будем отбиваться! Сзади в ящике есть патроны, постарайся поточнее палить. Я тут откинуться не хочу. Прут, вообще не продохнуть. Ладно, дальше по тоннелю будет просто. Похоже, придется решить проблему конкретно медицинским методским методом. Смотри, ладно. Все-таки сильно удивятся. О, видел вон того, которого подбросил. На мою тещу похож. Земля. Сейчас поди чертями в одну команду старый. Ладно, это все лирика. Люблю пошутить, когда и смазан. Ты там живой? Не зацепили? Мы вроде оторвались.
Все нормально.
Ну, раз нормально, надо про дела говорить. Давай сюда контейнер. Молодчик, от души. Все нашел и не очканул. Не зря тебя нахваливали. Ровный пацан.
Я свою часть сделки выполнил. Где мои деньги?
Так это... Тут они, конечно. Мы ж не кидалы какие.
Какого хрена?
Извиняй, братан. Эта штука таких дел наделаешь, что мама не горюй. И лишние свидетели нам не нужны.